Come on, look. Well, hey lovely people, and welcome back to Cassie Love TV. How are you guys doing? I hope all is well. I know everyone is getting ready for the Christmas holidays. Same here. I'm so excited. Christmas is just a joyful time of the year, okay? Doesn't matter, it is. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to get into some detail about at least 5 myths about locks, okay? But we're also going to get into detailed information. Like, why do we have these myths? Where did these myths come from? Right? So we're going to talk about that today. But before I do that, I do want to thank all of my new subscribers. I see you. I thank you for joining. On my channel, it's really about love, locks, lifestyle, vlogging, and so much more. There's so much more to come. So you better stay where you at, okay? Do not go anywhere, okay? Alright, so let's get into the video. So the number 1 myth is that locks do not need maintenance. Locks do not need any attention, and that is just a no-no. First of all, I do feel like locks need more maintenance than loose natural hair, or the same. I had loose natural, and I feel like I pay more attention to my hair now than before. One of the reasons why I think locks need more maintenance is because they're so delicate. Not just washing and moisturizing, but you have to pay attention to your lock itself, especially with me with colored locks. You have to look at the strand of your locks. You know, how are they growing? How are they looking? The button, when you're going through the button phase, definitely pay attention to how your lock is growing as well. Are they thinning? Because another thing is, when it comes to your locks, they can change while growing. So in the process of growing, you will notice that the button stage and coming out of the button stage into a different phase, your locks will start to thin in certain areas. I think that is one of the most important pieces to pay attention to. And even while your locks are growing, even now with my locks, I look at my locks, I pay attention to it, I look to see what it's looking like. As well as be careful the clothes that you wear and the stuff that your locks get attached to. I was wearing a jacket not too long ago, and my locks, I keep trying to figure out why my locks was just touching on my clothes, and like I have to keep pulling it up. And when I looked at my lock, some of the fur thing off of my coat was on my lock. Now, if I didn't pay attention, that fur would have sticking to my locks if I washed my locks with it in it. Do you see what I'm saying? So those are the kind of the stuff that we have to pay attention to. So locks need maintenance, and you have to pay attention to your lock. Number 2. What is number 2 now? Number 2 is, and I want to say this first because I have a loctician. So I respect loctician. I respect what they do. You have some great locticians out there. But be mindful. You have some people that will tell you to wait to wash your locks. Wait 3 months. Wait 4 months. And this can be in the starter phase or later on. I don't know why that is, because you know why? I made that mistake, and that was a huge mistake. That was one of the reasons why I started to have a lot of stuff in my locks. It's because I waited too long to wash my locks. Listen, wash your locks, okay? Wash your locks like you would wash your loose natural. You have to. Clean locks are so important. It's so important to healthy locks, okay? If for any reason, if you do wait that long, say you did wait that long like I did, you can recover. Waiting that long to wash your locks in the starter phase can cause a lot of buildup. And then you may have to cut your locks and start over again because you have so much buildup, it's hard to recover. So be careful. Do not wait too long to wash your locks. Please don't do it. Okay, the number 3 myth that I cannot stand is people saying that locks are not professional. I really think that this one is coming from other places, you know. If you think way back then, like years ago, first of all, locks are more popular now in 2022 than 1981 when I was born. I'm just saying, like, locks are so much more popular now. So I think this myth is coming from, you know, people saying that our hair is nappy, that our hair need to be combed. You know, if we need a retwist, it looks like your hair is just all over the place. So let's be real here. We know that's where that myth is coming from. For me, I can speak to the fact that I worked in corporate office, and when I started my locks, I went to work with my lock. People saw my starter phase within the first, 6 months. No one told me anything was wrong with my hair. So I think it's just, it depends on where you work and the people that you work with as well. It depends on the company. I still think that in some countries, you can have issues going in with your hair looking any type of way. I believe that there are some styles that you can do with your locks as well to make them look more professional. So. Now, number 4 is locks are dirty. This is such a myth. And it's such a misconception because locks are so clean. And I'm speaking on behalf of myself right now, okay? Now, I'm going to also say this. I am seeing a lot of videos on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, with these people who are coming out washing their locks after 6 months, 7 months. And I am going to tell you it is dirty. Their locks are dirty. Dirty. Like it's K-pop. It got all this stuff in it. And I'm like, no wonder people think that we don't wash our locks. Like this is, yes, it's a myth, but at the same time, I understand where this is coming from. And to be honest, I never watched so many, lock video in my life. So ever since I started to watch a lot of videos about locks and just everything, I see where people are coming up with these things and why we're thinking these things. So somebody asked me if I wash my locks, I'm going to say, of course I wash my hair. I don't look like I wash my hair. And I'm going to feel some type of way. But I understand why people are saying this. But we have to understand the logic here. Just like people have their loose natural, or some people just don't wash their hair. Some people don't clean their house, right? Some people don't cook. There are choices here. So we're not all the same is what I'm saying. So not because you watch a video and you see that someone locks is dirty, does not mean everybody locks is dirty. So please throw that out the window. If anybody see me again and ask me if I wash my locks, I'm not even going to answer them this time. I'm just going to say, no, I don't wash my locks. It's really dirty. I really feel like it's disrespectful to ask somebody if they wash their locks. Because we all know cleanliness is important. And some people do not like to cleanse. Okay, but we're not all like that, people. We're not all like that. Another one I see going around on Instagram is locks are nappy. So I see people perming their edges. I see people combing out the end of their locks to get curly hair. It's like, what is happening here, But then I said to myself, listen, it's okay. People have choices again and can do what they want to do. I have nappy hair. I have coarse hair. I don't know what we want to call my hair, but I don't care. I honestly reach a stage in my life where I don't feel offended if someone call my hair nappy. Because it is my hair, it grew from my scalp, and I love it, and I was born with it. And until you accept who you are, everything is going to be a problem to you, and everything is going to be an issue. So, back to what I was saying. If someone want to perm their edges, let them perm their edges. If someone want to comb out the end of their locks, let them comb out the end of it. Whatever it is that you're comfortable with, and whatever that look like, you go ahead and do it. But locks have different texture, right? So let's get into the myth. Locks have different texture. Whatever type of hair your loose natural is, that is the type of hair your locks will be. So if you had more soft texture hair, your locks are going to be, more softer texture. Whatever your texture hair is, that is exactly what your locks is going to be. And that is why it is so easy for some people to comb their locks out easily than others. I think that if I try to comb my locks out right now, I think it would be a mess. I would lose a lot of hair. And I don't know, I feel like it would be really hard. I can wet my hair and try to comb it out. But I'm just saying, like someone with a more loose, natural hair, type of hair, it would have been easier for someone to comb their locks out. That's what I'm saying. So whatever your texture hair is before you lock your hair, that is going to be the texture of your lock. I believe that in a world full of people where everyone is doing the same thing, everyone is on this kind of the same path, no one wants to be different. No one wants to be, unique. No one wants to be rare. It's like we're all just want to go on that same road. Listen, take your own path, take your own journey. It is yours. So I'm saying that to say, at the end of the day, all of these are myth, okay? They're all myth. And, when you take care of your hair, you will have healthy hair. Point blank, period. It doesn't matter what anyone say. All right, so that is it. That is the end of today's video. I tried my best not to make today's video long. Did you guys see that? I made this very short. Short enough and spicy for you guys to watch and like and subscribe. Okay, guys, so most of everything I just talked about is part of my experience when it comes to all of these myths and just things that I have identified over the past couple months. So that will conclude today's video. I do want to thank you for watching today's video. If you're passing through for the first time, please take your time and just subscribe. It is free. Let me give you a moment to do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please also like and remember to comment, okay? And I will see you in the next video. Can't wait to see you. Miss you already.